Hi everyone. I thought I'd come back to you and talk a little bit more about our plant oracle this week. There seems to be a lot of activity going on in the plant oracle today and this weekend. So, if you recall, this plant oracle is indicative of a twin flame relationship. The feminine is moving on to calmer waters with spirit, and it seems like masculine energy has been left in the past, and perhaps the feminine energy is on a boat with twin flames. So we're gonna just do one more layer, and then we'll get a little bit more tomorrow. And I pulled. Let me start with those. I wanted to know a little bit more. About. I'd mentioned last time that there was a risk. Some type of risk wasn't taken, and I wanted to understand like what happened. If this risk wasn't taken, why did this happen? And I had to leave town, but I'm back, and I'd hoped to make posts out of these, but I was just way too busy. So we're going to talk about them now. So there may have been a trigger. So something may have triggered some instability, something. There was something reflected back to whether this is the feminine or the masculine, that was triggering and that needed more time to heal. That may have resulted in the masculine energy being left in the past. So that's one interpretation that I have today. And then I wanted to know a little bit more whether I was trying to understand a meaning of something in this oracle, and I think I understand it. So something has either been shielding truth, and you could say that's covering, or it could be shielding truth as a result of keeping things secured. I mean, this is mistletoe. This is about a kiss. So I was really drawn to something secured, keeping, and maybe things. It's okay for things. Hold on. Something has been shielded so that it can be secured. Something that where there's a lot of devotion, something that someone is devoted to. So there's adoration there, devotion. So there's some type of shielding going on. Someone was triggered. There's some type of shielding going on in order to secure something that is adored. So let's continue on with another layer. We're going to talk first about the heart of the matter. And if you remember, whether somebody was discarded or disregarded, this resulted in a death and rebirth. Tell me a little bit more about that. Whatever happened, it caused a lot of anxiety, and someone may be experiencing like sleepless nights right now. That may totally be possible. A lot of worry, a lot of anxiety. Gemini may be significant about what's hidden. So something's hidden. I have two moons here. Moon energy is significant. So something, again, below the surface. We talked about that unzipping. We're going to keep moving on. I have another strength card for today. Like summoning strength for whatever that relates to. There's a need to summon strength. Okay, tell me a little bit more about the masculine. Masculine apparently had a change in fortune. Could be something karmic related to whether they feel betrayed. There was like a deep wounding related to a missed opportunity. Yeah, King of Swords here may be significant. So King of Swords can, sometimes in this, when you see the King of Swords, can be a judge, can be someone very logical, can be very cold as well. Cold, logic, in their head. I'm hearing that song, in your head, or zombie. Who else was talking about that today? What's her name? I forgot her name. She was talking about like a robot, but zombie. I'm hearing the song Zombie Cranberries right now. Someone is in their head. All right. I'm going to try to get off that train of thought. So that tells us a little bit more about the masculine. Tell me about the feminine. So feminine is focused on stability, and it seems to have been a theme as of late when I did this first part of the reading. me more. And then whether a Virgo is of significance or some type of slow and steady, like they're slow and steadily working on their stability. They are in need of a lot of strength, summoning a lot of strength to take this step, moving on to calmer waters. That energy of something could be being tamed, but it feels more like summoning strength. Tell me a little bit more about spirit. And if you remember, this is where it seems like something's been covered up, and that has been a theme in the week prior, like something being secured and protected, and that's repeated again here in this reading. There's something being shielded, but it seems like something's unzipping. And as I was just reviewing this oracle, I went back and watched it. I got the idea of like Superman. I don't know if he busts out or if whoever unzips, it's like something unzipping, and it was blue sky. Yeah, healing. Whatever this is being revealed is very healing. A lot of blue sky, a lot of happiness. We have Hangman energy, Aquarius energy, Pisces. Again, 2 Pisces moon. Hangman energy. Messages, incoming messages. Could be rapid, could be love, just could be any type of message via any route. All right, tell me a little bit more about spirit. And with spirit, whether seeds have been planted for commitment, the feminine is sort of seated atop of spirit and is with spirit, and spirit's pointing to, so we're talking about the direction, excuse me, talking about spirit, but I need to talk about the direction first. What happened here? 1 second. Spirit is talking about revealing something, this moon energy, this reveal, this unzipping, and that is going to be healing. And they're pointing to a twin flame related to this. I'm so sorry. I sort of messed that up. So take whatever resonates. If that, I don't remember if that's what I was talking about, spirit. But anyway, I was talking about spirit and I started going on, but I'm really talking about the direction related. The direction, spirit points to the twin flame related to this revealing, this healing energy, this blue sky. The direction is related to things that have been planted. There may be a first harvest related to the Hierophant. So it could be commitment, could be, learning, a student, teacher. We have some hidden energy here again. A high priestess may be significant. Moon energy again. Using wisdom, intuition, truth. The direction is related to some type of higher learning, higher love, commitment. A commitment using wisdom and truth. All right, now we're back on track. We're going to talk about this twin flame, and we're going to close up shop here for the evening. Twin flame, this feeling of almost being home, being receptive. We had Empress and Emperor energy, a wish fulfillment, home, 4 of Wands, judgment, some type of awakening. Oh, is it all an illusion? Or it could be stop questioning. Stop questioning. If you keep questioning, you're just in that, you're just going, you're just questioning. You're just going to keep questioning. There's a need to trust spirit. Step into authority. You may need to step back and look at everything closely to gain perspective, but also quit asking the questions. Is it this? Is it that? Is it this? Is it this? Is it that? Maybe this, maybe that. And when we're in that vibration, we're just going to keep having more questions. So there's a need to step into authority, to trust yourself, trust your intuition. Yeah, I'm going back to that. Committing Hierophant energy to your intuition, trusting yourself. Your J may be significant, trusting yourself with what you've planted. trusting yourself with what you've planted. I know we're not always in control of how things roll out or in the exact manner, but having trust and faith in the unknown and in the unseen. There's a lot of that because there is this almost like I'm hearing like glory. There's some type of glory being unzipped. So, anyway, that's all I can tell you about this plant oracle at this point. I will more than likely check in tomorrow and tell you a little bit more about it. So, again, thank you for subscribing and liking and sharing with others. And I will see you again soon. Okay, bye now.